Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to take up an important problem in differentiation, and the problem is if the function f of x is equal to a mod of cos x minus sin x, we have to find the derivative of this function at pi over 6, right? So let us start. So here we are given the function f of x is equal to mod of cos x minus sin x, and let us consider the values of sine function and cosine function for x equal to 0, then pi by 6, then pi by 4, pi by 3 and pi by 2, right? So here we'll consider the values of sine function and cosine function from 0 to pi by 2, and here we'll take only these selected angles, right? So when x is equal to 0, the value of cos x is 1. For cos pi by 6 we have root 3 over 2. For pi by 4 we have 1 over root 2. Here we have half, and here we have 0, right? And for the value of sin x at these angles, sin 0 is 0, sin pi by 6 is half, then we have 1 over root 2, then we have root 3 over 2, and then we have 1 here, right? Now let us see the difference cos x minus sin x, right? So cos x minus sin x is equal to, suppose for 0 degree, the difference is cos 0 minus sin 0, that is 1 minus 0, right? For cos angle pi by 6, the difference is cos pi by 6 minus sin pi by 6, and the difference is root 3 over 2 minus half. And similarly for these angles, the difference of these two functions, that is cos and sin, is given by 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2, and then we have half minus root 3 over 2, and then we have 0 minus 1, right? So now here we have this table, and we have seen that for x equal to 0, the difference of cos x minus sin x is 1 minus 0. Similarly for pi by 6 we have this difference, then we have pi by 4 we have this difference, and then we have x equal to pi by 3 we have this difference, and here we have x equal to pi by 2, right? Now we see that 1 minus 0 is 1, that is positive. Clear? So 1 minus 0 is a positive quantity. Actually in these differences we are not interested in the numerical value, we are interested in the sign only. And here we see that root 3 minus 1 over 2 is also a positive quantity, right? And 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2 is 0, and half minus root 3 is a negative quantity, and 0 minus 1 is also a negative quantity, right? Okay, so now we have come to the conclusion that when x lies between, when x lies between 0 and pi by 4, when x lies between 0 and pi by 4, this difference is a positive quantity, that is cos x minus sin x is a positive quantity, right? So when x lies between 0 and pi by 4, clear? So we come to the conclusion that the function f of x which is mod of cos x minus sin x, is simply equal to cos x minus sin x when x lies between 0 and pi by 4, right? Okay, so once we have established this, we can now easily find out the derivative. So now the derivative of this function is f prime of x. The derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and the derivative of sin x is cos x, and pi by 6 for x equal to pi by 6, the value of the derivative is minus sin pi by 6 minus cos pi by 6, because pi by 6 lies between 0 and pi by 4. Clear? So here we have the value of sin pi by 6 is half, and the value of cos pi by 6 is root 3 over 2. So we can write it as minus half. If we take minus half common, then we have 1 plus square root of 3, right? So viewers, this is the required value of f prime of pi by 6. Now viewers, here we have seen that pi by 6 lies between 0 and pi by 4, and when x lies between 0 and pi by 4, cos x minus sin x is greater than 0. So here we have the positive sign, right? Now suppose we have to find the value of f prime of pi by 3, right? Now let us find the value of f prime of pi by 3. So now we see that pi by 3 lies here, that is it lies beyond pi by 4, right? And here the difference cos x minus sin x for x equal to pi by 3 is a negative quantity, right? So now we can say that when x lies from pi by 4 to pi by 2, then this difference cos x minus sin x is less than 0, right? Because for x lying between 0 and pi by 4, the difference is greater than 0, but for x lying between pi by 4 and pi by 2, the difference cos x minus sin x is less than 0, right? So therefore we can write f of x is equal to mod of cos x minus sin x is equal to negative of cos x minus sin x. This is due to the definition of absolute value function, right? So now for x lying between pi by 4 and pi by 2, f of x is equal to negative of cos x minus sin x, which can be written as minus cos x plus sin x, right? Now let us find the derivative of f of x. So the derivative of f of x is f prime of x. So the derivative of cos x is minus of sin x, and here the derivative of sin x is cos x, right? So we have minus minus plus, so here we have sin x plus cos x. So now the value of f prime of pi by 3 can be written as, here we'll substitute x equal to pi by 3, right? So we have sine pi by 3 plus cos pi by 3, and sine pi by 3 is root 3 over 2, and cos pi by 3 is half, right? And taking half common, we have root 3 plus 1. So this is the required value of f prime of pi by 3, and this is the required value of f prime of pi by 6.